nice. Come on now.
Cotswolds Cookbook, a celebration of food and drink on our doorstep.
Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. I have to stand in this exact position to talk to you because it's one of those days. Why is it that winter sun causes such a high contrast as opposed to summer sun? I'm not complaining. Any form of sun, I will take it. It's a really beautiful day. Saturday morning, and we've already had a really nice morning. We decided to head out for a nice dog walk. It was very, very muddy, as you saw, but the views were absolutely beautiful, and it was definitely a great way to blow away the cobwebs. And then we headed over to our favourite pottery nearby. It's called the Whichford Pottery. Any gardening lovers may have heard of it because it's actually Monty Don's favourite place to get his terracotta pots. They are frost resistant and just really beautifully made, and it's also only 5 minutes down the road. So we went and picked up some pots to do a little bit of our final bulb planting this afternoon. We should have done them all already, but I may have got a little bit carried away and ordered rather a lot, so we've still got a few left to do. And then we just made some brunch. So it's been a really nice, very relaxed Saturday morning. We've had our Smith and, oh gosh, it's dazzling. I don't know how to show you. Smith and Munson flower delivery. We get flowers delivered from them every fortnight. They're grown in the UK. It's a lovely family business, and they are absolutely gorgeous blooms. Last couple of times it's been tulips, and I know they specialise in tulips. And it looks like we've got tulips again, which I'm so chuffed with because they truly are beautiful. They actually say keep the paper wrapped around your tulips, trim the stems, and then put them in the water for a couple of hours, because this support actually helps the tulips when they're drinking up the water to stay straight. And I think Lala may have not read that bit when she undid the ones which came while we were on holiday, because I noticed that hers flopped over a little bit, and I do think it makes a big difference. So we'll just give these a little trim. So I'll just leave these wrapped up until about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and then we'll see. We should have some, I don't even know what colour they are yet. It's going to be a lovely surprise. We should have some absolutely perfect tulips. This is very random, but I actually saved the water that I used to boil my eggs in earlier to remind you of a random little gardening hack. This water is actually full of goodness, full of minerals from boiling your eggs, and it's a really good idea to use this to water your houseplants. So now that I've let this cool down, I'm going to pop it in a watering can and just give all of the little plants that we've got in the kitchen and around the house a very mineral-rich watering. Well, that was a little bit of a fail. The plan was to unbox my reformer machine and do a big unboxing, setting up, show and tell with you guys this afternoon, but it's a little bit bigger than I was expecting, and it's going to take 2 strong men. as strong as I am, it's also very big and bulky, so it's going to take 2 strong men to take it up to the room that it's going to live in. I've just been up there with Charlie with a tape measure as well, because I suddenly had that feeling like, oh my god, it's too big, and I did measure it before, but yeah, it's going to fit and it's going to be fine. But yeah, we need to wait until either Martin or Stefan can help Charlie get it up to the room. I'll probably have it up there before, if you completely missed this conversation, I think it was in the last vlog, or the last but one, where I shared our home renovation plans for this year, and I said that the top room, which is currently only used when our friends' children come over to play FIFA, Charlie doesn't even play FIFA anymore, that room I'm turning into my recovery room, or our recovery room. Red light, decompression kind of boots, my Saluma. It's gonna have everything in there, and then I will actually use that room instead of it being a room that I walk past every day to get to my dressing room and just don't use. But it's gonna have to wait a little bit longer. It's one of those things that I keep promising I'm gonna show you, and it just keeps not happening. But anyway, time is just flying by. It's nearly 4 o'clock now. Today is literally disappearing, and there's so many things I wanted to do today, and I've just not ticked any of them off my list. And yet I don't feel like I've sat down. Why does this happen? I don't know, but to give myself a little energy boost for the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to make myself a matcha. And I don't know if this has always been the case, but I noticed on LOOKFANTASTIC they now have 𝑑IR, so I've ordered myself the 𝑑IR matcha, and this is 100% ceremonial grade matcha from the Shizuoka region, blended with functional mushrooms and adaptogens. I know so many people are switching from coffee to matcha in 2025 in January. It is a healthier option, and it's also better at this time of day when you don't want to have a big caffeine spike. It's just kind of slow release energy. So I'm gonna make myself a matcha. I ordered a few things in my January LOOKFANTASTIC order that are focused on wellness and a bit of pampering. So as well as my matcha, and by the way, when you are on LOOKFANTASTIC, don't forget, you can always use the code JOCLF, and that will get you a discount. It varies depending on the products. It can be up to around 20%. I always just type it in and get a nice little discount on my order. So as well as the matcha, I've decided this is going to be my year about learning more about essential oils. I just think that when it comes to scenting your home, it's a lot better for you, and they smell amazing. They do amazing things for your skin, for your body. So I really want to learn a lot more about essential oils this year. So I've got a few bits here from Aromatherapy Associates, including, this is really exciting. Oh, I've already set it off. This is their diffuser, which, as you can see, is wireless. Let me just turn it off in case that noise is annoying. So this is what it looks like. You charge it up. In fact, I think that is actually the USB-C, like the iPhone. So another thing that you just don't need to worry about having extra chargers around for. It's ceramic, so it looks really beautiful. You can move it around the house, wherever you're hosting, or wherever you are, take it into the bathroom, leave it in the bedroom. And essentially how it works, essentially with the essential oils, you take the top off, you pull this kind of plug out, and then this little feeder, you choose your essential oil. I'm going to put in the Breathe essential oil. So this is a well-being moment. Remove the dropper, attach the diffusion head into the atomizer for pure, undiluted diffusion. So this is, I think it's geranium and lemon natural essential oils. So you get the little bottles like this, flick out that little popper. The little popper that's in it, I guess it's so that if you want to use it as like something that you pop on your wrists or drip into your bath, and you can use it that way. Oh my goodness, that smells incredible. So you just screw the little feeder thing over the top of that, pop it in here, pop the lid on, and then turn it on. You can choose 30 minutes, 3 hours, or 6 hours. And you can also choose whether you want, oh, you can't even see it. And you can choose whether you want, and if you can see, the top to glow as like a little night light, or you can have it turned off, or you can have different colors. and then it's just pothering up beautiful essential oils into your room. If you have decided that you want to move away from scented candles, then that you still want your house to smell amazing, then aromatherapy diffusers of essential oils is a really great way to do it. So really chuffed with that. After I've done a couple more jobs, I'm gonna have the world's most amazing pamper afternoon. I just want to have a lovely bath, and yeah, I just need to have a little bit of a well-being moment. Let's make this matcha, and then I'll show you the other bits that are in my order. I've seen so many people saying that it's a really good hack to make your matcha in your 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. I have got my Nespresso milk frother in the other room, but I have to say, I think I broke a Nespresso thing by trying to do matcha in it before. It didn't really work very well, but the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 ones, they're just a little bit more powerful. Did I ever tell you? I don't think I did. I don't know when I would have done, but Charlie and I actually met the founder of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 when we were in the Concord Lounge on the way to the Maldives. We were just sat next to them. We were talking to them for like nearly an hour about where we were going, the trips that we were doing, and then they asked about our work and we asked what they did for work, and they said they were retired, but he'd been talking a lot about their various many trips to the Caribbean, and then he was talking about the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, I think it's in St. Lucia, and then he was like, yeah, it's a brand that I founded. So met the guy that literally, yeah, very cool. So I am going to pop just a teaspoon, just a heaped teaspoon of the dirty matcha into the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Feels like it's getting dark so early today. So yeah, just a heaped teaspoon going into here. I saw on someone's Instagram today, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 have got some really beautiful mugs, but we have all the same kind of mug style in this kitchen, and I know that Charlie would find it very stressful if I suddenly appeared with some brand new mug designs, but I am quite tempted to get some cute ones for my afternoon matcha. Okay, so let's get some milk. I'm just thinking actually, when you normally make a matcha, you would normally put hot water in with... No, I'm sure it's fine just to do milk straight away. This is the Plenish almond milk. It's actually not a barista version, so it's probably not going to froth up loads, but that doesn't really matter. And then just to make it extra delicious, I'm adding in just a tiny little ½ teaspoon of cinnamon and a drop of vanilla extract. Okay, let's blend. Okay, let's see if this has worked. Actually, there's still some cinnamon here that hasn't fully blended, but at least it's made it nice and warm, quicker than waiting for our kettle to boil. And all the matcha has blended in really well, and this is super easy to wash, which is great. The moment of truth. Oh, thank goodness. That is really delightful. I could actually do, if I wanted to be sweeter, maybe honey, a touch of honey, because this is quite a real matcha. It's not got any sweetness to it naturally, so I feel like if you do have a bit of a sweet tooth like I do, maybe a dash of honey would make this even more of a treat. But that is absolutely delicious. So very happy that I can now get my dirty on LOOKFANTASTIC. Let me show you the other bits that I bought. So as I said, I'm going to have a nice little pamper in a second. This is the Deep Relax Bath and Shower Oil from Aromatherapy Associates, and you've probably seen this before, but I actually have been using this for many years, but had not until quite recently read the instructions. So what you're actually meant to do is take some of this, have that lovely kind of well-being moment where you inhale it and enjoy the fragrances of the oils, and then massage it onto your chest. And then when you get in the shower or get in the bath, the fact that it's on your body, it means that you get even more of the gorgeous aroma. So it's a little bit more of a ritual. So absolutely gorgeous, and can't wait to do that later. I also picked up the body brush from Aromatherapy Associates. I absolutely love body brushing, and I want to have one. This sounds a little bit ridiculous, but I want to have one in the different bathrooms. I don't always have my bath or my shower in the same place, and I want to have one upstairs in my dressing room as well, because that is often where I get changed, where I put on my body lotion. So body brushing I think is fantastic as a form of lymphatic drainage, as a way of lightly exfoliating, and you really don't need to. This is what it looks like, by the way. It's got 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑴𝒆 and then these really lovely natural bristles. You don't have to press very hard at all. You don't want to be scratching yourself. Always moving towards the heart, upwards on your legs. Some people say it can help with the appearance of cellulite. I'm not sure about that. It just makes me feel really good. It makes your skin tingle. I think it makes your body lotion sink in better, and obviously that really nice natural kind of massage as well. So that'll be part of my little ritual. And then for afterwards, for some serious moisturization, I actually went down a bit of a wormhole of reading reviews for which body lotion was going to be the most nourishing and pampering with the best ingredients. So I wanted one that wasn't full of loads of unusual ingredients, and this one came up trumps. So it is the Aveeno Skin Renewal Firming Lotion, clinically proven to moisturize and improve skin elasticity and firmness. I feel like Aveeno is a brand that we used to have in our house a lot when I was growing up. I know that Charlie's mum and dad have it in their house as well, but with the barrage of so many like trendy brands that are out there right now, it's kind of got a little bit forgotten. But I've always loved their products, and they smell really good, they work really well. So I think this is going to be the year that I go not back to basics, but back to those very much tried and tested brands, and yeah, just go for the stuff that really works, and try not to get too distracted by the noise of the millions of brands which are shouting at us all the time. And the other thing in my order, a top up of my all-time favorite vitamin C products. Vitamin C is something that I would say that everybody needs in their routine, every skin type, and it's fantastic for skin antioxidant protection. So it helps your skin to protect itself from environmental pollution. It helps it repair from any environmental aggressors as well as UV. It's incredible for helping with discoloration, and also I find it is the one part of my skincare routine that really helps with the brightness. These are not cheap. These are my real luxury treat, but truly I get so much joy out of using these every morning. They are the 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆𝒅 Super C vitamin C capsules. It actually says with super vitamin C, smart vitamin E and tomato in them. I didn't know that, but you just pop open a capsule in the mornings. So my routine is micellar water first thing, then I use a few pumps of my serum, which is the 𝘿𝙤𝙖𝙪 serum, and then I'll pop one of these on every single morning. Then I come downstairs and make my coffee, have my water, kickstart my morning routine. So yeah, some really lovely products. But anyway, let's not get too distracted. I'm going to head out to the greenhouse. I think what I'm going to do is... My camera died mid-sentence, but I was just going to say I'm coming out to the greenhouse to do a little bit of microgreen planting. And look at this, the sun is setting at 4:15. Pardon me, I've got hiccups. So I need to sort out the bits that we picked up from the garden centre earlier. Potting grit and some multi-purpose compost. And these are some of the pots that we bought earlier from Whichford Pottery. I really like the ones that have the Whichford Pottery Warwickshire kind of embossed into the pots. And I like how rustic they look as well. I think they're really beautiful. But the one that I'm going to use for my microgreens is this one. So I've done a few videos on microgreens in the past, and if you're wondering what on earth they are basically mini shoots of a plant, like a radish or a broccoli, and they contain so many nutrients in just this tiny little plant. So it's fantastic for popping on your avocado toast or on your pasta dishes or on your soups or on your salads. Really good for you, and they can grow in as little as a week. You don't even need something like this if you don't have it. I've also bought these in here. These are actually the trays that came with our lasagna from Nonatonda that we had last night. I ended up using one of our own casserole dishes, but these would also be perfect for growing microgreens. So I'm going to start by popping a little bit of soil in the bottom of the pot and then adding in my seeds. So I'm just popping in some broken pottery to start with, and this is just going to help with the drainage so that all the water doesn't start to come out the holes at the bottom. Added in my compost, and you only need the thinnest layer of compost because these little seedlings don't really put down very long roots at all. Broccoli seeds are so full of goodness, so I'm going to start with those this year. And I'm just sprinkling them over the surface of the soil, just lightly press them down. And I'm just adding the tiniest little bit of soil on top, barely anything. And that's it, it's as easy as that. I'll give them a really light water. And I'm actually going to take these into the house because these little seeds just need a tiny bit of warmth in order to germinate, and it's still really cold here in the greenhouse. And in about a week's time, I'll be able to start harvesting my first microgreens.
Okay, so I've just potted up the little bulbs that I picked up in the garden centre this morning. Each of these little pots was a grand total of £2.75. We're actually having a Sunday roast tomorrow with the family, and these actually make really nice little seasonal table centerpieces mixed in with some blooms. So I'll show you how that looks in the morning, but for now it's getting so chilly, I'm going to have to head back into the house. So a little tip with your microgreens, because if you were to pour water on here like you're watering a normal plant, they would just kind of shoot around everywhere. So the best thing to do is actually just to give them a little mist. There we go, that should be enough, just to give them a little bit of moisture without upsetting the seeds. It would actually be quite good temperature-wise to leave these here by the ꞉ but I feel like while they're not looking that attractive, I'm going to leave them around the corner so they're still indoors, still in the warmth, and then we can bring them out into the kitchen once we start to have some little green shoots.
Okay, I apologise for the lighting in the kitchen. It's now pretty much dark outside. Next thing I want to do is actually another kind of microgreen. This is a new method to me, but it's a method that I know so many people use. My friend NJ actually sent me a really detailed video on how to do this, and I got this set on Amazon. You basically get these jars which have got these very colourful lids, and it's kind of like a mesh lid, so you can essentially tip the water out without tipping out the sprouts that are growing inside. When I say sprout, I don't mean actual sprouts like you'd put with your Christmas dinner. I mean the little, essentially microgreen style sprouts, and these need to be at an angle. I'm not 100% sure why, so that they grow properly. So this little set that I got on Amazon actually comes with this rack, so you can leave them at an angle. Maybe it's so that they drain, I'm not too sure, but it did come with these instructions, so I thought we would try and figure it out together. Apparently the quickest ones to germinate are radish seeds, which take around 3 days, and then broccoli can take up to 6 to 8 days. I was having a little flick through this book that I got on Amazon, all about sprouts, because I like to learn as much as possible about these new little things that I'm doing. And the author, who is Doug Evans, he has basically spent the entire first chapter talking about the health benefits of, in particular, broccoli sprouts. And there's a real focus here on the anti-cancerous benefits of them. Now, I don't want to go making any claims, but there are a lot of studies that he's quoting here and a lot of information about just how nutritious these sprouts are, and they're so tiny and so easy to implement into so many meals. So it's something that's also pretty affordable to do. I mean, you only need a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of the seeds and this little set, and then you've probably got enough sprouts for a couple of weeks, which is amazing. So a superfood that anyone can grow. You don't need a garden, you just need a little bit of kitchen cupboard space, because I think you actually want them to be in a dark place. But anyway, let's try it out. So it says the first thing to do is add 1 to 2 tablespoons of seeds. I will leave this set linked down below in case you want to be trying this out with me. So I'm adding quite a big teaspoon of my radish seeds into here. Fill up the jar with water to at least half full. and it says to mix them up slightly. So let's remember, yellow is radish. And I'm pretty sure all we have to do is just leave this now for 12 hours. So I'll show you the next step in the morning. This little kit also comes with the pouches, so if they don't need daylight, and the instructions actually don't say anything about this, but I'm pretty sure after the next step they don't want daylight. In fact, seeds don't need daylight to germinate, so let's pop the little cover on. Pop it on the stand, and then I'll repeat with my broccoli seeds, which will probably take a little bit longer. And these seeds are much smaller. Should be able to remember, green for broccoli. So the next step I have to do in the morning, which is to drain out this water, rinse the seeds, and then leave these flipped upside down so that the water can drain into the little plastic tray. And you have to do that rinse and drain every 8 to 12 hours, which is quite a lot of work. But what I'm gonna do is leave these by my coffee machine, because then when I see my coffee machine in the morning, I'll remember to do it. And then when I give the dogs their treats in the evening, I'll remember to do it in the evening as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm gonna take these next door and I'll update you on the next step in the morning. I truly was not intending this entire vlog to be here in the kitchen, but here we are. So I'm about to make my bone broth chili tomatoey pasta for dinner, and I've been talking about this in the last few vlogs, so I thought I would really quickly show you. So this is what I've got for the ingredients. I don't always add kale, but I've got plenty of it in the fridge, so I'm just going to wax them in for good measure. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 pan out. This is what I use to cook this in. And I'm going to start by adding some olive oil and chopping up some garlic and frying the garlic in here. Then we're going to add the pasta and cook, kind of like fry off the pasta and then cook it in the bone broth. This one is my favorite, the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 chicken bone broth. It is so tasty and full of goodness. And yeah, I won't spoil the recipe. I'll talk it through as we go. But I'm also going to chop up all of the garlic that I've got and add chopped garlic into a little bag in the freezer. That'll just make it so much easier next time if I've got a little freezer bag of ready chopped garlic. So a bit of food prep while I cook my dinner. Obviously you can add as much parmesan as you want. I've seen some people do a really similar recipe where they also add some double cream, but actually with parmesan, and I do add some butter as well, I find it creamy enough. Oh, I forgot to get my tomato paste out. So I also have tomato paste, and truly this takes 10 minutes, 15 absolute tops, and it is absolutely scrumptious. So let's get cooking. Okay, my darlings, the pasta is almost ready. I'm just letting it just finish off. I decided to add some 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 with some olive oil and some salt into the air fryer. I'll have this on top, and it is so perfectly crispy. Listen to this. That is so delicious. In fact, I might just eat these as like a starter. Delicious. Hello my darlings, it is now Sunday morning. I've just done a Peloton. It was one of those Pelotons, it was only 20 minutes, but I really went for it and I thought I would
Sorry, I've just noticed that a farmer has put sheep in the field opposite our house, and we've never had sheep in there before. That's really nice. Cute! There's a couple of little brown ones which are absolutely adorable. Anyway, yeah, it was one of those pelotons where I was pulling ugly faces because I was really going for it, so I thought I would spare you that. But I'm gonna now have my pamper morning. I was going to have a pamper evening last night using my lovely new bits from Lookfantastic, but I just had no energy the whole week. I can't believe we've only been back from our holiday for a week. It feels like forever. But the whole week we've been wanting to go to bed. I've been wanting to go to bed at like 6 p.m. As soon as it's dark, then I start to go into go to sleep mode. But I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, because January, and especially the first 3 weeks of January before the full moon, according to my almanac book, is when you should really just lean into that, get lots of sleep, get lots of rest. It is not the time of year to be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and doing your crazy workouts and going into like health mode. It's literally the time of year for the exact opposite, comfort and looking after yourself. So my routine that I'm going to do this morning, most of it I need to be naked for, so I'm not going to be able to show you too much detail. But now that I've done my Peloton, I'm going to do body brushing, so I don't press too hard. As I said, this is literally how hard I press, and I just do nice little strokes up to my heart. It's exfoliating, it's a little bit tingling, it's really good for lymphatic drainage, and you should also do your underarms as well. Really gently on the chest because it's more delicate skin, and I don't actually do my neck. I will do my neck with a gua sha tool afterwards, so I'll do that, and then once I'm body brushed, I'm going to pop half a capful of this on my chest, and then once that's on my chest, I'm going to pop on my cleanser. This is something that I've seen a lot of people talking about, and I added it to my Lookfantastic order. I was pleasantly surprised with the price of this. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be a lot more, especially with Josie LF discount code making it a bit better. So it's called the Vino Perfect Brightening Micro Peel Foam, a new skin effect in 30 seconds with mandelic acid AHA and grape water. Most quarterly, if not all quarterly products are made with the grape water. It's actually a byproduct of the wine industry. The family that founded the quarterly brand, they have vineyards, and they realized that there were so many amazing skincare benefits to what they were essentially previously discarding from the wine producing process, and so now those ingredients are harnessed in the quarterly products, and they're incredibly hydrating with lots of other skin benefits. So once I've done the other bits of my pre-shower routine, because this only wants to be on your face between 30 seconds and a minute, because it is a peel, so peels really help to brighten the skin because they are essentially nibbling away at those dull, dead layers of skin on the top. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try and get to this stage. Maybe I'll just wrap a towel around once I've done my body brushing and oil applying, and we can do the face mask together. Okay, I'm back. I've done my body brushing. I'm going to take off my Ultra Human ring, pop that on charge while I'm in the shower, and start the ritual with this. So it says to do a capful. I only do a capful if I'm having a bath. I do like half a capful if I'm showering. It just seems too luxurious to use an entire capful. This is the, I don't know if they even have flavors, Deep Relax. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just the most gorgeous essential oils from Aromatherapy Associates. I'm going to step away from the window cushion. There we go. And what you want to do is, I would say a capful I wouldn't even be able to hold in my hands, it'd be too much. Warm it between your hands and just have a moment. I so wish that you guys could smell it, but there we go, take an inhalation. That is so gorgeous. And then you want to, oh, it's just gorgeous, massage it over your chest and torso, and then when you're in the shower it's going to smell heavenly. It's obviously, I would say, even nicer doing this when you're going to get in the bath, but as I think I mentioned yesterday, we've got my family over for a Sunday, my mum and my brother, for a Sunday roast today, so I don't have time to have a lovely long shower, but that's my little moment of well-being. Now I have to hide this because I know that Charlie will just pour it into the bath, which is sacrilege. Okay, and now onto my brightening micro peel foam. So I'm just going to pop a couple of pumps of it onto my hand. It is a cleanser, so you don't necessarily need to do it just before a bath or a shower, but I just like the ritual of it. Father Christmas. Also, I think I'd find this a little bit messy as a general cleanser. Ooh, I can feel it nibbling at those dead skin cells. Probably have quite a lot of those after the holiday. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys off, drop my towel, and I'm actually going to be really weird and put what's left on my hands on my shins because I feel like they're getting quite dry now that we're a week out from our holidays. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll see you after my shower. Okay, freshly pampered. I'm going to quickly whiz through the last few products that I'm using as part of today's pamper morning. So the dream team, as I mentioned yesterday, newly back in love with Aveeno. I've just slathered my entire body in the Skin Renewal Firming Lotion, which I spoke about yesterday. And then this is the Skin Relief Body Oil Spray. Instantly nourishes very dry, sensitive skin. I have had this on my bedside table and I've been covering myself in this before bed. I just like having an oil on before bed because it just feels really nice when you're in your pajamas. It feels like you're marinating in it, which is a nice feeling. And that one sinks in really quickly as well. But then on my chest and also on my shins, which are super dry, as I just mentioned, this is designed for your face, but I thought it wouldn't hurt putting it on my shins as well. And it's also a really big bottle. In fact, nothing on here says that it's for your face. I think you can use it anywhere. It's the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast, and this is an ultra repairing soothing balm. So if you, it's kind of a little bit bio-oily in that it's ultra repairing for any kind of scars you might have. What does it say on the website? Instantly hydrates the skin. Balm can be used even on post-injury or broken skin. So yeah, it's super reparative. So I thought for my ultra dry shins, sorry, a bit gross, that would be perfect. Now on my face, I have put on already a couple of pumps of the Inky List Ectoin Hydra Barrier Serum. Again, it's all about that kind of mega hydration and just repairing the skin, whether it's from the holiday or from being out in cold, bitterly cold winds on dog walks, and then inside where it's a bit warmer. It's quite a lot on the skin, so barrier repair is the focus, and I have been very much enjoying that so far. And now I'm going to do just a 2-minute gua sha facial massage using the 𝑃𝑦 Bio Regenerate Facial Oil. I just got this mini from a Lookfantastic order a couple of months ago now, and even though it's teeny weeny and I use a couple of droplets each time I use my gua sha, it's lasting me really, really well. Rosehip, I think I spoke about rosehip as an ingredient in my last vlog, didn't I? Oh, or was it? Yeah, in the last one. Wasn't there rosehip in the dog treats or something? It's just really good for you, anti-inflammation, very reparative. So I popped that on my face, down my neck. If you don't have a gua sha tool, then just you can do so much massage. You could probably just go on YouTube and type in facial massage with your hands. We did facial yoga while we were on holiday in the Maldives, and it was amazing. Like there's so many kind of stretches you can do which feel really good. But I do have my gua sha here, so I will use it. The first thing that I always do is just take it down my neck. Just the same as with dry body brushing, it can be tempting to press quite hard with this, but actually the lymphatic system is only just beneath the skin, so you really don't have to press that hard at all. I will stop talking and do this properly, but you can just kind of focus on any areas where you might have tension. I hold a lot of tension in my jaw. I'm trying to consciously think, am I clenching my jaw? Is my tongue at the roof of my mouth, which is what you do when you're tense? I'm nearly always tense. Whenever I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I've been like that all day. So I do like to use this side to massage my jaw a little bit and take it down. Just feels really good. You can follow a routine or just do what feels great. And so many podcasts I listen to with all different kinds of experts, everyone recommends just a couple of minutes of facial massage a day can make so much difference. So I'm going to carry on watching a YouTube video. I'm watching Fleur's chatty home vlog. I'm going to pop this on for a couple more minutes while I do the rest of my massage. Hello my darlings, it is about 4 hours later. I have lost a lot of time, well not lost a lot of time, I'm not used to just sitting down and actually doing something relaxing for a long amount of time and not being productive. It's something that's requires quite a bit of training to my brain, being like, this is okay, you don't need to be working or being productive all the time. And sometimes if I'm not filming what I'm doing, or if I'm not like actively doing something on my laptop, then I kind of beat myself up about it, even though it's a Sunday and it's the greyest, rainiest Sunday of all time. So I should be allowed to just sit down and do things that are not like productive. I was basically just having a look through all of those coffee table books that you get. We have got so many beautiful like recipe and kind of home and also wellness type of books, but let me know if you're the same. I'm very much guilty of having these beautiful books and not looking through them enough and not actually doing the recipes in these beautiful books. So Charlie and I have decided, I hope this actually sticks, that we are going to take it in turns every other Friday. We don't really go out on Fridays, we're not very cool, to cook for each other, but from a recipe from the books that we have. So I have post-it note marked a few recipes that I really want to do. We have this lovely Sri Lankan recipe book, and there are some amazing like chicken and vegetable curry dishes in there. I love cooking with spices, so I'll share the journey of doing those dishes with you when I do them. And I also look through lots of my gardening books, which is something else that I actually don't normally do. I get a lot of my gardening information from YouTube. I follow Ben from Grow Veg, Hugh Richards, obviously Charles Dowding, Nile Gardens. Yeah, those are my main 4. They all have a very similar growing season to me. Their temperatures and their geography is very, very similar to mine, so I find that their timings are really useful. But I was also watching a Bunny Guinness video, and she was saying it's actually not too late if you do still have some bulbs that you didn't plant yet, like tulips or even snowdrops. And actually it can be beneficial to plant them this late because the squirrels don't get to them. So I'm gonna have a rummage around, and any tulip bulbs or anything like that that I thought were obsolete, I am going to plant them, but not on a day like today. Unfortunately, my brother's called us and he's not feeling very well, so it's just going to be the 3 of us for a Sunday roast. So I'm about to go downstairs and do the cauliflower cheese, but I noticed I had a delivery, and seeing as I was talking about my favourites from my Look Fantastic order earlier, this is from Look Fantastic, and I just opened it and I saw this little note which says, "Welcome to your wellness era," and I just thought it was so perfect for what we've been discussing in today's video. So in this tote bag, which is just awesome, I love a big tote bag. This is absolutely gorgeous and so useful. Things like this for doing your shopping. I love that it says "in my wellness era." This would be so cute to take my things to Pilates. So I thought I would just have a little rummage in here with you guys. It's even got a little fastener, which is amazing. So let's see. We have got, this is amazing. I literally just showed you me doing my gua sha earlier. And I used to have one of these, a little rose roller, but I have no idea where it's got to. So that is exceptionally useful to have one of these. And you can just have one of these on your bedside table. You don't need to follow a routine, and it's just so relaxing doing the rolling. Pop on a lovely oil in the evening and just roll. It's amazing. It says here, oh, made from resin. Oh, okay, that's probably a lot more affordable than rose quartz. Can soothe the skin, reduce inflammation, improve the appearance of pores and wrinkles. I love it. Okay, what else have we got here? Multivitamin gummies. I will give these to my brother because he loves a gummy. I personally don't
love a gummy multivitamin, and I love my Wild Nutrition fresh rose face mask infused with real rose petals. That is so funny. I wanted to use this exact face mask this morning, and I could have sworn we had one, but I think Charlie had finished it off, and I looked through his like pamper cupboard in the bathroom for this exact mask and we didn't have it. It's just a really nice, rose is such a soothing ingredient, and again at this time of year with the cold outside. Yes, I'm layering up a thermal and then a really big brown knit from M because it's so cold and miserable today. Very grateful for this face mask. Thank you, LOOKFANTASTIC. Oh my gosh, there's actually Matcha box. OMG. Oh my gosh. A proper little whisk and bowl and serving set. I can't believe how perfect this is for today's video. Wow, a proper traditional chawan bowl. Oh, this is fabulous. A matcha tea, a whisk. Do they sell these sets on LOOKFANTASTIC, or is this an extra gift? Either way, I will leave it linked down below. This is very naughty using my nails to undo this, considering I've had a fresh manicure. Oh, this is amazing. Wow, how fab. This would just make such a nice gift for someone. So you've got the proper little ceremonial bowl. In here, I'm guessing this will be the wooden whisk. A little, I call them a ski, but it's like a little wooden thingy-majig, which gets you the perfect amount of your matcha. And then we've also got this biological, organic matcha blend. What a gorgeous, gorgeous gift. Oh my goodness, and there's more. Oh my gosh, there's actually so much in here. Deep Sleep pillow spray. Charlie and I absolutely love that. We've got a Radiance Cleansing Balm from Beauty of Joseon. Not heard of that brand before, I'll have to look into that. How gorgeous. And then, maybe this is their monthly box. Possibly. The Wellness Edit. Wowee. We've got a... oh, something in here smells really yummy. Oh, how funny. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Natural Marine Collagen. Fleur was talking about these in her vlog that I was just watching. We've got the Plump and Glow Hydration Mask from Dr. Jart. Love that. Another roller. Ooh, this is a jade roller. I wonder if you get different benefits using a jade roller versus a rose roller. 𝑭𝒆 Restful Bath and Body Oil, Aromatherapy Bath and Body Oil for blissful bedtimes. I was literally saying earlier in the vlog that I'm getting into my essential oil era. Oh, that's a good idea. A little teeny weeny mini of Wild deodorant, which as you guys know I love and I use all the time. We've got a Silk Slip hair bobble. Gorgeous. A little, that's handy, a little mini sample of the dirty matcha. I can put this in my travel bag, and if I stay at a hotel and I really want to have a matcha, that is a really handy little size. Oh, this will be really nice for actually doing the gua sha massages. Emma Hardy, such a lovely brand. Brilliance facial oil. Oh, that's going to be glorious. I can't wait to try all this later. And then we've got some hair gummies. Again, not a huge fan of gummies. I just find that it's quite a lot of sugar. It's like having a sweet. It's like having sweets that have got benefits. But I think I get all of my hair kind of nutrition within my Wild Nutrition supplement, so I don't need to take any more. What's an absolutely gorgeous delivery. I wanted to open this with you, seeing as it felt very relevant to what I've been sharing in today's video. So many goodies. But I need to go downstairs now and crack on with my cauliflower cheese. But let's take out my heatless curls together. Ooh, that lighting is quite horrible up on the windowsill because it's so grey outside. It's just miserable. My hair was possibly a tiny bit too damp. I think I can still feel dampness. But you know what? I was just sat in front of the fire reading through the books, and I thought there's no harm in just whacking my hair in heatless curls. Again, I didn't put anything on it beforehand, so nothing really to add hold, but with heatless curls, as I say every time, you're not losing anything because I'm not damaging my hair. I haven't even blow dried my hair, so there's absolutely no heat. Still to this day, have not used any heat on my hair in 2025. Now I know you're not meant to brush through straight away, but I actually just don't want my hair to be this curly, so I am going to brush through. Thought I would move to try and get some nicer lighting, but it's honestly horrible everywhere. So I'm just going to leave this to relax while I make the cauliflower cheese, and then I'll pin it back while we have our Sunday roast. So let's go and do the cauliflower cheese. So we're doing a slightly different Sunday roast today because we have actually got a beef Wellington which was left over uncooked from our work Christmas party, because unfortunately a few of our guests were a little bit poorly, so we ended up cooking for less people than we planned, and the chef had already made this, so we were like, can we keep it and put it in the freezer? And we decided to use it today, thinking it would be 4 of us with my brother, but alas, it's just the 3 of us. But we will very much enjoy this and probably eat the rest of it just with salad throughout the week. 𝑭𝒆 cabbage was in season at the farm shop, so we've got 3 halves of 𝑭𝒆 cabbage, which is one of my favourite Sunday roast sides, and then it looks like Charlie's doing his maple and herby carrots. He has very kindly prepped the ingredients for me for the cauliflower cheese. So we've started off with some roasted cauliflower, possibly a little bit too much, but you know what? I am very hungry, so I hope Mum is too. And then we've got 3 cheeses, 3 different types of cheeses, and some breadcrumb. I am going to be quite lazy today and make the cheese sauce in my Thermomix. This is the same cheese sauce that I do for a mac and cheese or a cauliflower cheese. I might make some tiny tweaks. I will leave a screenshot of this link down below, and if anyone else has got a Thermomix, I have perfected the exact amounts and the ingredients. So this is my exact normal mac and cheese sauce that you can do in your Thermomix, which basically means you only have to wash up 1 thing. So let's get cracking. Good evening, my darlings. It's a few hours later. We had a delicious Sunday roast slash beef Wellington. As you can see, the heatless curls, they did not survive, but they did actually look quite nice earlier when we were actually eating it together as a family, but then we went out for a little walk afterwards to help digest, and the little bits of moisture that were still in the air just made it completely fall out. But for a couple of hours it did look really nice, so still worthwhile. I'm having my first major technical glitch, touch wood, that I've had in like 3 years in terms of me not being able to upload a YouTube video on time. I've got the laptop open in front of me and it's Sunday evening, so I had a video scheduled and all lined up ready to go live at 5 o'clock. And then a few comments were saying, Josie, why did you cut Charlie off mid-sentence? And I was like, what, did I? And basically it only uploaded 30 minutes of a 50-minute vlog, and I've been trying to re-upload it, and it's uploaded a 6-minute version, a 10-minute version, and now my laptop is just completely crashing, and I don't even remember the last time I missed a video slot throughout the whole of Vlogmas, even the whole time I was in the Maldives. Like, I always make sure that there is a video going live, and I don't mess up my timings. It's something that we're normally really good at. So I've got no idea what's happening. My laptop is just completely crashing now. YouTube is glitching, iMovie is glitching, so I really don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully when you guys watch this, if you watch this, it means that there will have been a video on Sunday. I just don't know. It's all being really strange. I'm just going to relaunch everything. But on the plus side, so as not to end on a negative Nelly note, I have got the world's cutest pair of pyjamas. These are from a brand called Amelia Jane London, and they're just absolutely adorable. I love obviously the pattern with a little heart print on them, so cute, and the little pocket up here. They're like a kind of crinkle fabric, which is just adorable. Elasticated waistband. I've actually got size medium. Oh, did I just flash you? Who knows? I've actually got a size medium, so it's a little bit oversized, and they taper down at the legs, so they're not fully like wide leg all the way down, which is just a little bit more flattering. Oh, and I think we've lost focus. So yeah, very, very cute pyjamas. I'm going to take my makeup off now and watch a little bit of TV up in bed while Charlie watches the Man United game downstairs. I'm going to carry on watching, it's a programme called The Boy Who Lived. It's about the actor who was Daniel Radcliffe's stuntman in Harry Potter, and then tragically when they were filming one of the last scenes in the last film, he had an awful accident where the snake was like going in to bite Harry, and so Harry's meant to like jerk back, and it's obviously the stunt guy, and he's got cables all wrapped around him, and then as the cables pull him back for the snake to bite him, it snaps his spine. So he's actually, like, the real guy, the real stuntman, is paralysed, and it's just absolutely shocking and so awful. It makes you realise just how dangerous it is to be a stuntman. Charlie and I were actually watching the Gladiator film last night, and Charlie's cousin Elliot is a stuntman in that film, and it's just given me like a whole new appreciation of his job and how dangerous it is. And yeah, it's a really interesting documentary. We've also been watching, oh it's so good, Leo Woodall, who is obviously 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 in One Day, if you loved that. He is in a new Apple TV drama called Prime Target. Basically his character, who I think is called Ed, he's a super clever mathematician at Cambridge, and he's discovered something hidden within numbers, which you don't really know, but there's something really weird going on. Like, people who are discovering this like numerical pattern are getting killed for some reason for getting too close to discovering something. It's all a little bit like MI5-y meets political, but really cool. But the only annoying thing is that it's out every Wednesday, so when you guys are watching this vlog there'll be another one out tonight. But anyway, my darlings, I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed spending a couple of days with me, a very relaxed weekend, and I just can't believe it's still January. I think this is the last vlog going live in January, isn't it? Fingers crossed. So in the next vlog I might allow myself to do some seed sowing, because it'll officially be February. But anyway, my darlings, if you got to the end, leave the word heart in your comments. Wish me luck trying to get this video uploaded and the last one, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.